Hey friends, and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is extra special because it's part of the Pause for a Cause collaboration playlist hosted by Dawn with Shabby Meets Bling, Monica from Up All Night DIY, and me, Lisa from Our Gray House. This collab is not just about creativity, it's also a fundraiser to help support a great cause. It's a shelter called Happy Tales, and you can follow Happy Tales on Facebook, and there's also going to be a link to donate in my description box. Alrighty y'all, let's get to crafting. I'm repurposing this piece from another video that I did. I didn't glue it in, I just put a piece of tape to kind of hold it in place. And so now I'm just going to remove it and we're going to paint something else. We're going to watercolor paint something. And I'm using watercolor paper. I got this from Hobby Lobby and it's 100% cotton, 140 pound cold press, and I think it's 300 GSM. And so, yes, it is 300. I just looked. So at first I was going to kind of do something a little bit different. Then I decided to go ahead and tape it off, and I'm just using washi tape. Washi tape is great in that it's not as sticky as the artist tape that I normally use, but sometimes it's not as sticky and I don't get as crisp and clean of an edge. So, but that also happens with the other tape that I use too. So it's not necessarily, you know, a thing. But I really firmly believe in using what's in your stash instead of buying stuff. And I have a good amount of washi tape, so that's what we're using. And we're going to make a pumpkin. And now I sped this up just 2 times the normal speed. So it's not super fast, right? But it's not in real time either. And we're going to make a pumpkin on this side. And you just make a kind of football-ish shape. And then you make like little banana-ish shapes. Or like kind of parentheses on each side. And then I go back and add in some additional color, like a darker peachish red color. And I'm just mixing stuff on my palette. There's not really, I mean, I am pulling from the palette, but I'm also just kind of mixing stuff up and just getting the colors that I want. There's not really any rhyme or reason, no wrong or right way to do it. It's just kind of how, whatever makes your heart happy. So now we're going to start on the cat. And I am practicing painting cats. And on one hand, I want to learn how to draw them just to be able to draw them and then paint them. But then on the other hand, I kind of want to paint them and let them take shape that way. And so I am using the inspiration piece. I saw a card with a cat on it, and mine doesn't turn out like that, but you know, I'm still learning, and I kind of wanted to leave this in here. I don't think my projects turned out as great as I was hoping for, but I wanted to show y'all, I mean, I have fun creating. So even if they don't turn out 100% or they look a little wonky or something, it's okay. You made something. And I think that's the main point that you should take away. Like, you're not trying to be perfect about it. So then I write Happy Halloween. And at first I used my Stabilo pen, which I really do like, but they're not waterproof. So I need to stop using it because I have I'll add some more paint or something and it kind of makes it bleed. And then it's, you know, kind of messes it up a little bit. And I did go back with the felt tip Tombow marker. Oh, I'm outlining just adding some dimension to the pieces. But I did go back with the Tombow pen on the bottom, Happy Halloween, and kind of made wiggly lines to make it look like, ooh, scary, Happy Halloween. And then I used a Posca paint pen to add 2 white dots. And the cat just looks like, I don't know, like he's afraid of the big pumpkin. I mean, I think it turns out cute. I mean, I like it, but it's, you know, it's a cat. So points for that. But anyway, that's my attempt. This is a piece that I had in my stash. And again, I am trying to use things in my stash. So this looked fine, but I got it from Dollar Tree, but it is the 5-quarter store, no more. You know, I mean, first we're $1, now we're $1.25, now we're up $1.50 more. Anyway, on Let's Make Art, and another artist that I can't remember, they did cat eyes. And I thought, you know, that looks really cool. So I'm going to try it. But I kind of looked at what they did, but then also I just kind of started doing it. And I'm using the Meeden soft body acrylic paints. I like them in general, but I am super used to using like folk art chalk paint and like regular acrylic paint or whatever, not soft body, I don't know. Anyway, so the coverage is not as what I would like, but I'm getting used to them as well. Then I'm kind of doing a dry brush, not really dry brush, but I'm using Payne's Gray, and I'm using a brown, I think it's Van Dyke brown and black. And that's the colors on the meat and soft body acrylic paints. And then I'm just kind of using my chippy brush because I thought, it's going to give it texture, okay? And you can kind of see the texture, so it does kind of look like fur, you know what I'm saying? But when it dries, it's not quite what I was thinking. So, of course, I knew I was going to have to go back and add another layer to the eyes, and I was totally okay with that. That's what I was expecting, anticipating, and actually planning for. But again, the paint is not as opaque as I would like. It's I felt like I was going to have to put a lot more layers for it to really do what I wanted to. And my friend Monica, that's part of this collaboration, she is freaking amazing at painting, and I may need to get some more tips from her because this just looks, it looks okay from a distance, but and then I couldn't figure out how to make the nose look a different color than just black. So I used the Payne's Gray. And I wanted to include, I'm making cat things for this video, and that's Captain. He's my big boy. He's about 13 pounds, and he is almost always in the office studio with me and supervising, if you will. All right, back to our crafts. So then for the eye, the pupil of the eye, I used purple, and I'm sure there's an official name for that, but it was purple. And this is about all I'm going to do to it. I'm going to outline the nose because I thought, you really can't see the nose. So then I started to do white. I'm like, no, that's way too white. So then I added a little bit of black to make it kind of like a darkish grayish color. And then I'm trying to make that. And then now the whiskers can be white because, they just can be, in my opinion. And so I did make them white, and I don't know, it just looks like the top of his head needs something, like I need to put a bow or something, Like I said, it turns out okay. I'm not mad at it. It just looks kind of plain. So if you have any suggestions on, that was, I don't know if you heard that or not, but that was my cat, Neo, little guy. So anyway, if you have any suggestions on how to zhuzh it up, feel free. But I think it needs a bow on top. It needs something on top. Anyway. Okay, so here we go on the last project for today. I'm just feeling kind of, so y'all give me some love in the comments. I was just like, I had higher hopes for how these were going to turn out. So I had a cat, this is a cat ghosty, but it's not going to be white ghost, obviously, because that was my favorite yellow ochre. And I'm just taking some water. It's obviously not clean water either because look at this. Watch that purple just spread and bloom. That's one thing I love about watercolor, just watching the watercolor do its magic. Anyway, so I'm not doing white ghosts. And in watercolor, to make white, you really don't use white, you use other colors. But anyway, that's a story for another day. I'm making colorful ghosts. And these are cat ghosties. And like I said, I'm just I'm just letting the watercolor kind of spread and do its thing and just kind of be where it wants to be. I really love watching the colors bloom and spread and join together. So I do have, wow, see, there it does it again. I love it. Anyway, I have 5 cats that I do total. I don't think I show them all to you because once you've seen one, you kind of seen them all, except for watching them bloom and stuff like that. And anyway, it's just a fun way. I like putting the water down first, then putting the paint on. That's called wet on wet. And it creates some really fun textures, and it's just a really cool technique. All right, last one. Wow, that one spread. So the way that I do it, I do like wet on dry. I do like that, but because you have more control. But wet on wet's just so much fun. And then I decided I was going to make like a little garland. Oh, I didn't like the orange color because I had added on one of them. I had added, like, I guess, not brown. I don't know what color I added, but it was like, nah, that didn't turn out. So I added kind of reddish, peachish, orangish colors to this ghost. And this cat ghost. Oh, you see that little gold cat right by my hand there, that is actually a chopstick rest that I use for a brush rest. And then I have my little embroidery sewing scissors, and it's like a little bird. I don't know if you've ever seen these or anything, but a friend of mine had it, and I was like, oh, that's so cute. So I got it, and I just found it at Hobby Lobby. Anyway, I'm cutting them out because I'm going to make a little garland out of these. And then I was going to try to put faces on. Y'all, I don't know, like this one right here. Like, why are the eyes way over there, at least? Like, I don't know what I was thinking. Like, it was going to be, like, funny or cute or something. And I kind of feel like I didn't really want to put white eyes because with black dots, you know, because I just felt like that'd be too much. And I was trying to go for the kawaii kind of cute look to them. Anyway, so I had a little mouth to them. And that's about all I do for that. And then I do add a little bit of pink to the ears to kind of, but if the ears were under, like, you know, anyway, I just tried to add a little bit of color to the ears. And this is how they turned out. I think it turned out cute, except for the orange one. Like, what is he looking at? I don't know. But it turned out cute. I just feel like I need to do something different with the faces. Here's another look at the creations that I made today. Again, the black cat just seems kind of plain. But this one, you could make just the pumpkin for a card or the black cat for a card. And then I do like how the little garland turned out. I just think they're fun colors. So don't forget, there's links in the description box, links to the playlist, to the other channels, and all that. And if you want to follow me on social media, my handle is Our Gray House. But just don't follow me in real life, though, because that's creepy. Bye.